got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing.
Came a long way. Came a long. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Lions and the Chiefs on Thursday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we kick off a new NFL season with the opener for 2023, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. Well, Charles, our 8th opening night broadcast together, and we couldn't ask for a better place to be. Arrowhead Stadium. Been a festive atmosphere all day. Smell of barbecue in the air. They unfurled the Super Bowl banner just a few moments ago. It's a celebration, and they are ready to get the new year started.
What I like most, partner, was that you got them to slow the car down. We got a little taste of that barbecue, not just the smell. We are able to eat it a little bit. I like that. But, hey, let's not overlook these Lions under Dan Campbell. They're not here to enjoy the barbecue or the ceremony. They're here to win. They think they've got a good football team as well. And they think that they're going to the playoffs in Detroit.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here. And under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Rumors of Goff's demise? Greatly exaggerated, it seems. Boy, what a big year he had last year. 29 touchdowns. It led the Lions to their first winning season since 2017. Under his leadership, the Lions expect to make the playoffs for the first time in a few seasons.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Well, this a tough spot for these Lions on the road in Arrowhead to start the year, but it's also, you'd have to say, Charles, a showcase opportunity for them, because this is a team that historically hasn't gotten a lot of big opportunities like this.
And when they have gotten them, they haven't really delivered. This is a team, though, that believes that big things are out there for them, and they think that they can start to write a new history, beginning with this game right here.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. This is taken at the 23. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him in the tight end position and catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And good work there, an space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener.
Pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he's playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he was maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Chiefs defense comes up with... And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Richie James. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Stiff-armed him. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built.
There he goes, left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. They'll roll him out right. That is caught by Laporta. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now. This is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Mahomes. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. He's got room at the 30. And all the way in for touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20.
To throw on second down is Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on third, Goff. Flush to his right. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Toney. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
Tony's Giants tenure lasted less than a season and a half, but KC dealt for the former 1st-rounder because they feel they can unlock his potential. They look pretty good there getting the 1st down.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rolling to his right. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now the rookie's free. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they're going to speed things up here. Goff on 1st down, forced out to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
1st and goal, Detroit.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 17. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And now off to the races down the right side. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. We're just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 43. Right.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:18 on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Now Goff on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Off play action. Here's Goff. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Again, Goff. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And this is 4th-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
Yellow, yellow.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know